Well, you all knew this video was coming. As soon as EA released the FUT Birthday Team 2, this is the card I wanted to try out. Now, the reason I didn't do this review first is because I saw this guy's price. I saw he was 1.5 million and his max price is 1.5 million. I thought surely this guy will drop after a few hours. But apparently that's not the case. He's only dropped about 90k, which is, yeah, pretty nuts. I really can't see him keeping this price up. I imagine in the coming days he will drop a lot, and I imagine he'll settle somewhere under 1 million coins. What do you guys think this card will settle at price-wise? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, this is the team we're going to use Lacazette in. We're actually going to play 4-2-2 in game, but I'm also going to switch to the 4-2-3-1 as well. And I'll keep Lacazette up front, and Mbappe and Rashford will go on the wings when we do go to 4-2-3-1. So yeah, looking forward to trying this card out today. Hopefully it's very good because I'd like to use it long term in this very team. So fingers crossed it's going to be good. First, before we look at the stats properly, let's have a look at chem style, shall we? So as you can see on Futbin, the guy is just mega expensive on PlayStation. So like I said, we're going to keep an eye on this price. Chem styles, what we're going to do with this guy. I actually think Sniper fits him very nicely, but we definitely do want a boost on at that pace in my opinion. Deadeye actually is quite useful for him as well. In the comments below, I'd like to hear from you guys. What chem style would you actually use on him? I'm going to imagine that the most popular ones are probably Hunter and maybe Engine, because his balance isn't amazing. So let's have a look, and wow, it's actually pretty close between the two, to be honest. I'm thinking we go Hunter, to be honest, because Lacazette's dribbling in-game in FIFA normally feels brilliant already. So I'm thinking we just try and get that pace as fast as we possibly can, and the Hunter chem style definitely does exactly that. Does he really need a shooting boost? Not particularly, but it definitely can't hurt because it's going to help max out a couple of these stats, which is great. So let's have a closer look at this card. It's got a 5-star weak foot, which is something his non-inform doesn't normally have. So he's now 4-star, 5-star, which is good to see. Couple of useful traits with flair and outside the foot shot. In terms of in-game stats, what is there to chat about? First of all, finishing 92, very high, very nice. Also good shot power of 91 and pretty good composure too of 90. In front of goal, in theory, the guy should be really clinical. He's also got a nice tap position stat of 92 as well. When it comes to passing, not bad, not amazing, good enough for a striker. It looks anyway. 88 short passing being the standout attribute in that particular column. The dribbling department is actually really good. We've got 90s across the board for reactions, ball control, dribbling and composure, which is great. And he's also got 88 ratings for both agility and balance, which is rather nice. Finally, physically, decent combination of strength and aggression. Not amazing, but pretty good. And also fairly nice stamina of 85. Not brilliant stamina, but nice stamina is probably the way we will put it. The card looks pretty solid, but yeah, I can't get over that price tag. Like, it just seems a bit too much for this card on paper. But as the old saying goes, the game is not played on paper. Let's get into some matches and let's test this item out. Well, my opponent certainly likes his special items. He's got plenty of them in his starting 11. Interesting to see Flashback Iniesta. Have not seen that card in quite some time in Ultimate Team, but he's using it to get a nice green link to David Villa. The Frenchman attacking nicely here. Mbappe trying to get Lacazette in a good position, and eventually he drops to the edge of the goalkeeper's area and gets himself a tap in. Nice start. Well, another rage quit. Things you do indeed love to see. Our next opponent has this to offer. He's got that brand new FUT Birthday Bergwijn, which looks like an absolutely brilliant card. I have unfortunately not been able to try it out yet, but it's pretty good. If you've tried it, let me know how it is for you in the comments. Lacazette links up with Mbappe. He's not going to pass it this time. He's going to go himself. And that 5-star weak foot comes in hella useful as he slams it across the goal. Are we really going to get another 1-0 rage quit? Yes, we are. Yeah, this is probably the worst team I've come up against in Weekend League in months. Watch me get beat by it now, but I really shouldn't. That's not a strong side at all. And Lacazette scored already. Mbappe links up with Lacazette. Mbappe! Oh, it's a beautiful finish. And after that goal, my opponent decides to rage quit. Goal and a assist for Lacazette, but all in all, I've got to say, unfortunately, it wasn't much of a challenge. Well, I don't like the look of this. My opponent's coming at me with a 5 at the back formation. He looks like he'll switch to the 4-2-3-1 with Koeman dropping to DM and with Gerrard dropping also into a DM spot though. Nice play. Oh, great bit of play between Mbappe and Lacazette, but I bottled it when it came to the shot. Well, at the break, unfortunately, we are 1 goal down. Pierre finds Lacazette, who goes from distance, and that's a great strike. What a finish from Lacazette that is, just finesse out of the blue. Lacazette, a nice through ball to Del Piero. Can he score? Oh, he should have. He really should have. And of course, he just passes around the back for the remainder of the game. Wouldn't be shocked if he sends me a message at some point, because just seems like the kind of guy he is. He was shushing me after every goal, passing around the back even without having the lead, and then when he got the lead he was also passing around the back. Bit of a frustrating game, but it is what it is. You get those kinds of people in FIFA. But Lacazette, I thought he played quite well, to be fair. Just the 1 goal for him in this match, but he was involved in the setup of another as well, and also created a couple of chances which maybe I should have taken. I think about 8 times out of 10 I'd probably win that game, but unfortunately on this occasion it just wasn't to be. So remember a few moments ago when I said this guy seems like the type to send messages after a win? Yeah, thanks for proving my point. I don't get why people like this in the community. Just take your win and be happy. Like, you don't need to do all this. Like, so toxic. Well, annoyingly, I have had 2 back-to-back disconnects at 0-0. My internet is having an absolute mare tonight, so yeah, sadly that has pretty much ruined Lacazette's card record, which is a shame because he had a pretty positive one prior to those 2 DCs. Nonetheless, we go again and we face this. My opponent's making the use out of one of his loans, it seems. His backline is incredible, to be honest. And I'm not looking forward to playing against Headlander's Dama because he's just a bit of a handful. Rest of the team, though, nothing super special, so hopefully we can do something in this game. Nice from Mbappe. Can Lacazette get on the end of that? Not quite. It's never going to be easy to beat Rio Ferdinand, I guess. Okay, chance to break. Del Piero. Inside to Mbappe, who will link up with Lacazette here. And now there is a bit of an opening. Oh, penalty. Thank you. I was wondering what was happening with the animation there. Like, Rio Ferdinand literally grabbed Mbappe. Of course, it's got to be Lacazette to step up. A dummy to the right. And then go down the middle and hope for the best. And it works. Nice play by Lacazette there. He's put Rashford through. Rashford's got a good chance now to tie it up. And he should have, and I don't know what happened with his shot there. Del Piero puts it through for Lacazette. Oh, I should have took a bit of touch there. I should have took a touch. Well, at the break, as you can see, it's 2-1 to my opponent. Unfortunately, straight after the penalty that we scored, my opponent just literally scored back-to-back goals, and they were both rebounds. So as you can tell, I'm overjoyed. Lacazette links up with Mbappe, who's got a lot of space to run into here. Ball comes across the box and Del Piero scores. That's fair, that. My opponent scored some rebound goals, now I have. Oh, Lacazette is free. Can he turn his man? Not quite as quickly as I wanted him to. We tried to get through that gap there, but we're also denied. Opportunity. Mbappe gets the ball across the box. Lacazette. Oh, I pressed shoot. I pressed shoot. Rashford finds Del Piero, finds Lacazette, who is taken out. We've got a penalty. Okay, we have to score this. We have to score this. And I'm going to have to put Lacazette on it. See, he knows, because we've already scored a penalty against him. He thinks we're going to go to the right, and look at him taunting me. I'm going to go down the middle. How about that? Oh, lucky. Gets the goal in the 8.5 minutes to tie his level. Whew, what a comeback. And we go to extra time. What a ridiculous game. What a ball from Lacazette. Messi. Oh, I messed it up. Oh. Lacazette. Messi. Oh, what a goal. Great assist from Lacazette too. Sancho. Ball's through for Lacazette. Lacazette out wide to Mbappe. Everyone is so exhausted. Everyone is just knackered. As we keep coming forward. Mbappe tried to get it back to Lacazette. And there is full time. We pull off a brilliant comeback. and we get a 5-4 win. Lacazette only scored twice in this game. Both of them goals were penalties, but they were important penalties. But it was his assist for the match-winning goal, which is what we're remembering for in this game. In the 80th minute, we were 4-2 down. We had 10 minutes on the clock. We got that penalty. We scored it with Lacazette. And then in the 90th minute, Messi scored. And then in the 105th minute, Messi got the match winner. What a game that was. That final game genuinely was mad. GG to my opponent. That was just a really, really back and forth game of FIFA. That's why I showed so many goals of it. It was just a pretty mad game, which fortunately we did come out on top of. Anyway, it's time to summarise this Lacazette card. And look, I'll be honest, I wanted this card to be amazing. I'm an Arsenal fan, I love Lacazette. I really wanted this card to be an elite level striker. I wanted it to be top class. It's very good, but it's not that elite level, unfortunately, in my opinion, which is a shame. There are plenty of notable positives about this card. There isn't really a standout negative, but there's a couple of minor ones which we will, of course, discuss in a moment. So let's get to business and let's break things down. The pace. Now, Lacazette's quick, but he didn't feel as quick as I hoped he would. Now, I'm definitely not saying he's slow. I'm definitely not saying that. But he just didn't seem to have that burst of pace which I expected from him, especially with that Hunter Chem style applied. So, a bit disappointed in that area. But I must re-say this again. I'm not saying he's slow because he's not. He just wasn't as quick as the 98 pace that he should have felt in-game, in my opinion. So take that for what it's worth. This guy's shooting, though, I really don't have any issues with. I think his finishing is brilliant. His finesse shots are top draw. And he's also got really good shot power. He's a very, very good finisher. If you get this guy in the right areas, he's going to score goals. He can be a bit slow at times to pull the trigger, but 9 times out of 10, when you get the shot with this guy in space, he's going to score. He is very, very good in front of goal. Positionally, another area where I don't really have too many complaints. His high work rates do have him running up and down quite a bit, but his actual run making in game is very, very good. Passing's another area where Lacazette was quite strong. Through balls can be a bit hit and miss, but his short passing game I thought was to a good standard. Would I use this guy as a cam? Probably not, to be honest. I don't feel like his passing is good enough for that role, but his passing is good enough for the striker role. Now we discuss the dribbling, which is another area that I'm very happy with. Really nice ball control on this card. He got a really good first touch, and for the most part feels very good in possession of the football. He's not super agile, but with him not being a super tall striker, he still feels really nice to maneuver with possession. Finally, physically, how is this guy? Okay strength. He showed that in game. He held off defenders, would-be defenders for a little bit, but obviously the top tier ones did knock him around quite a bit. He's alright against the average defenders, but against the top tier ones, they're going to unfortunately have their way with him. His stamina was good for the most part, lasted 90 minutes with ease, and he only really seemed tired in extra time. So yeah, obviously could have subbed him off, but I wanted to keep him on because obviously I was reviewing him. Overall then, the verdict on this card is it's a very, very good striker card, but it's not quite at that elite level in my opinion. But nonetheless, I do feel like it will improve a lot of people's teams, but yeah, there are going to be a lot better striker cards coming into Ultimate Team. One thing I have to say is, this guy's price tag is insane. It really, really is. Like I keep saying, I wanted this card to be amazing. I wanted it to be good. But I cannot warrant that price tag. This is a big avoid unless he drops in price a lot, because 1.4 mil for this card is just way too much in my opinion. So yeah, sadly it's a bit of a thumbs down for me for now. His price needs to drop a lot for him to represent good value. So guys, those are my thoughts on FUT Birthday Lacazette. Great card, but not quite as good as some of the top level strikers in the game right now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please do leave a like rating on it. In the comments below, let me know your thoughts on this card. And if you tried it, let me know how you got on with it. And also let me know which other players, I should try out in videos. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.